jokers. Now, you probably have your own joker board, and you see this one is very, very heavy. And if you want to travel and go on vacation with your friends, 2 other friends, to play joker, well, this is just too heavy to carry, and quite frankly, it wouldn't fit into my suitcase. So I had to figure out a way to make a new traveling joker board. Well, let's put this away first.
Yes, ma'am.
And let's see the one we devised. Oh, there it is. Okay, great. And you see how light that is? It's just like a feather, seriously. So you have these 4 pieces of board. And I mean, this will fit into anyone's suitcase. I mean, seriously, you know, you put it on a backpack. So then you just, when you get to your place, you just put it together. Like that. Like that. There it is. And you have your marbles, everything right there. So you're all set to play. And this is so easy to carry. It's not biodegradable, but anyway, it won't rot or anything. It's very simple to take apart. And so there now, if you want to make one of these, I'm going to show you how to do it. First, we need, first you'll need to buy some of these. These are the ones we got. These are the connector mat, I guess is what they're called. We got them at Michael's or somewhere like that. You get them at Canadian Tire. The gray ones are Canadian Tire. They're not as pretty, but they're just as functional. So you get them like this. And then you have to make it into 4 squares. And to take off these little connecty doohickey things there, these things, obviously they just pop right off. But you don't want that included in your calculations. Now then, how do you make this into the one I showed you at the first? I'll show you. First, you have to divide this into 4 squares. Perhaps we should wait and I'll get my stuff. Yes. Okay, now we're going to show you the first part is cutting the mat into 4 pieces. Now you can use either side. You can use the pretty little textured side, or you can use the smooth little foamy side, but it doesn't matter which side. And then you have to divide this into 4 pieces. So you've got to measure evenly across here. Of course, I mean, everyone knows how to do a square in this way. And then you just would take it and you can use an X-Acto knife or any kind of a knife and just cut on your marks that you made by your measuring. And you cut this into 4 squares. So we've already done it by the magic of television. So here are the 4 squares that we've cut. They were like, oh, they were like something like that. I don't know what they were like, but anyway, they were like that. So you get them cut, and then you just take them and you put them together like that. Because you want the edges on this side, and of course you want these pieces on the middle there. So there. And that's the initial look. So now what you have to do is figure out how to put the holes in for your marbles. So, and you can use, as I said, you can use either side. I think this is a pretty side. I think we'll use this side. So you have to get some craft paper, which is, I mean, just regular stuff. You can get that anywhere, right? It's just, and then you measure out on one piece an 18-inch square. Because these are 24, anyway, 18-inch square. Can you see that? Yes, okay. And once you've got that done, then what you have to do, is mark off an inch, every all along this. That's a, from there to there to there. So you've got all these little dots, and they're the inch marks. I just sort of, what I did was I just took this thing and just dup, 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 dup every inch. It's very simple and easy and fast. So you've got those all done there. So once you've done that, then what you have to do is mark out where the marbles are going to be. So you go in 1, 2, 3, 4 dots, or which is actually 3 inches. And then what you go is up, 1, 2, 3, and over, 4, 5. So you've got 5 marbles, right, for this. So you're over 1, 2, 3 inches, and then every 3 inches you go up and over and there. So you've got, can you see that? Yeah. And then to make your home, your starting thing, you go over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 inches. And then at the dot there you go up 1, 2, 3. And then you go over inch, inch, inch. So everything is by the inch. So it's very simple, very easy. So you've got 5 dots here and 5 there. They're just in a different configuration. Because of course that's the way Joker is. So once you've got that all done, you get the whole board done, right? You get the whole there. So we have the 4 sides. In fact, this is just for 4 players because, quite frankly, it's too complicated to try to figure out the 6 for traveling. And you're not going to travel with 2 other couples. You're just going to travel with 1 other couple. So we have this all done here now, all marked out. And we're going to be, but then you've got to figure out how to get it onto your board. So, mark the middle of your 18 inches, right? There's the middle right there, a little dot with an X. Okay. And this red line here, this is an inch from it. So you do an inch and just all the way around. Because quite frankly, this piece of paper is darn too big to fit onto your board right now. So once you have that all done, you cut it out. And there you have this, so that'll fit on there. And you want this to be in the middle, right? So it's very simple. You get a needle or something and just, you can easily center it. So you've got this all centered, or you can measure from there, if you're really anal, you can measure from there to there and make sure all these things are on the same distance. I mean, I'm not that anal, so I just do the little dot there and I'm set. So now you're all set to make the holes. We better cut that. Now we're all set to drill the holes. We did cut along that red line and fit it down here, so that's all set. Now, and as I said, you can measure and do all that anal stuff, but I don't anyway. So then what you want to do is tape on. Now, you need more than a few spots like I'm doing here. You want to really tape this down there. You can use some big tape and just tape it all along so that it stays on there, because once you start drilling, stuff goes all over the place and you really want to be careful. So we're all set now to drill the holes. So you get your handy little drill and you need a Forstner bit. And this is a 1/2 inch Forstner bit. You know what everyone else, they're like. They're just like, Now, it works. So, I mean, you can take this to a drill press and go zip, 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 and then it would be very good because you could have the right depth. That's if you're anal, but I'm not, so I just use, I eyeball it, basically. So what you have to do is just sort of try to get it on, and some of these things have leveling things, this one doesn't, and you just go on the dot and hold it there, and as I said, you have to really stick it down well. But as you see, it makes a hole like this. And sometimes what you have to do, unless you've got a really good sharp Forstner bit, but anyway, this one, and I had to sort of trim out the little, these are a pain in the butt, I know, but anyway, that's just the way life is. So I had to trim up the little piece of stuff sometimes, but not always. Sometimes it would actually drill it right out. Now, and I didn't go right through. But you can go right through if you wish, because the marbles would fall through. So you do all that all the way around, all the holes. And all these too. And it takes about, I would say, 20 minutes to do it all. It really doesn't take any time. So once you have that all done, you have your traveling board, which is, like I showed you at the start of this. So this one, you see they've all been drilled. And I'll just put this back together again for everyone. And this one I colored. Now you can color. Where's my marble color there? They're right there in the bag. So you can color code if you wish. You don't have to, but most people that play this are seniors and they get a little forgetful, so if they know which colors are theirs, they're all set. So there. So the best, and I looked all over everywhere on the net for marbles, and the best place I found them was Land of Marbles. And they were cheap and reliable, and for the 1/2 inch Forstner bit, they were the perfect size to fit in, and they didn't fall out even if I did make a mistake and one of these went right down through. So that's how you make a traveling joker board. And I hope you enjoy.